Happy Monday, boys and girls. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. So we are starting today in health. We've done a lot of learning in chapter 1. Unfortunately, we started the book and we have not even been in class together one time. So today we are going to be reviewing everything that we have been learning in chapter 1, getting ready for our chapter test that you guys are going to be taking tomorrow, Tuesday. So I want to go over a few details from this chapter, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to talk about blood, okay, and why it's so important to us. So we learned a whole lot of things about the blood in our body, how it works, how it travels through our body, what it carries, things like that. So we know that our blood carries oxygen and nutrients throughout our entire body, okay? Your body as your size has about 3 quarts of blood, okay? So if we look at this right here is about a little bit over a quart. So your body has about 3 of these of blood, okay? An adult has about 5 of these. So that is the difference between you and an adult and me, okay? So you have about 3, I have about 5. All right, so our bloodstream moves food, oxygen from one part of our body to another, okay? Our blood, or 50% of our blood, is made of plasma. So what is plasma? We read that plasma is the liquid part of our blood, okay? Our blood contains white blood cells, okay? And we learned that the white blood cells fight infection and disease. We know that our blood carries red blood cells, and the red blood cells carry our oxygen, the oxygen that we need for our body to sustain itself, right? We also know that our blood carries antibodies, which fight pathogens or disease, and our blood carries what's called platelets. And the platelets are so important because when we cut ourselves, it helps our blood clot, okay? So let's talk about plasma for a minute, okay? So we learned that plasma carries digested food throughout our body, okay? It helps fight infections and helps our blood clot. Antibodies are also found in plasma. And so remember that your antibodies, your body makes them. Your body manufactures these antibodies to help protect you from disease, okay? So that's just a little bit extra about plasma. Second, we're going to talk about our cardiac muscle, okay? Our cardiac muscle, also known as our heart, okay? It's so important, right? If we don't have a heart, we're not alive. So it's a powerful muscle that keeps our blood constantly flowing throughout our body, okay? It pumps blood through thousands of arteries, veins, and capillaries in our body. Arteries carry blood away from your heart to your capillaries or tiny blood vessels. So the capillaries that we're talking about are also known as tiny blood vessels, okay? So again, arteries carry blood away from your heart. Important information. Veins, on the other hand, return the blood to your heart. So arteries carry the blood away from your heart, and veins return the blood to your heart. And your heart is about the size of your fist. So if you make a fist, that's about the size of your heart right now in your body, okay? So how does your heart work? We read, okay? But let's think about our heart being 2 pumps that are side by side. So I have 1 pump, 2 pumps, and they're side by side. Each pump has 2 chambers. So that means that there are 4 parts to our heart, okay? We have the atrium, or the upper chambers, and we have the ventricles, or the lower chambers, okay? There's a wall between those pumps that separate your heart, and it gives you a left side and a right side, okay? So we have 4 parts together. There's a wall, and then you have a left side and a right side to your heart. Okay, so blood enters your heart from your veins, okay, and fills your upper chambers, okay. When they're almost full, your valve opens and it lets all the blood that is being held in your upper chambers flow into your lower chambers or your ventricles, okay. The valve closes immediately because it would not be good if the blood traveled back up into your upper chambers. We don't want that. So your valves close and your ventricles contract and it pushes the blood out of your heart and into your arteries, which then it's just a cycle that keeps repeating and repeating and repeating, okay? So that's a little bit about how our heart works, okay? So let's talk a little bit about our circulatory system, okay? Our circulatory system is our heart, it's the blood in our bodies, our arteries, our capillaries, and our veins. So those things make up our circulatory system, okay? It takes less than 1 minute for the blood to flow from your heart all through your body and back to your heart. Less than a minute, boys and girls. That's amazing. And it's also a hint because that could possibly be a question on your test. So, how does the blood flow through our heart? Okay, so it does it in 4 different steps, or in 4 steps the blood flows through our heart, okay? So our right atrium, which we learned is one of our upper chambers, receives our oxygen poor blood. And what I mean by oxygen poor means that there is not a lot of oxygen in this blood. Remember, our blood travels through our body and gives our body this oxygen. So when it goes back to our heart, it has less oxygen. So the right atrium receives the oxygen poor blood from the body and pumps it right through the ventricles in our heart, okay? The right ventricles then pump the oxygen poor blood to the lungs through our pulmonary valve, okay? So then what happens is our left atrium, okay? So we were talking about our right, so now we're talking about the other side of our heart. So our left atrium receives the oxygen-rich blood, meaning it's our blood that is full of all these awesome nutrients that our body needs, right? In the form of oxygen, okay? So it receives these oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it into our left ventricles, okay? Then the left ventricles pump that blood into the, or out our heart into the rest of our body, okay? So 4 steps, it goes in one side of our heart, and then it doesn't have a lot of oxygen, right? And it comes out of our heart and it has lots of oxygen, okay? And that is what we need and what gets pumped through our body, and that's how our body gets fed the oxygen and nutrients that we need, okay? So here's a little bit of a fascinating fact. And when you look at your veins, okay, so like if I look at my hand or I look at my arm, you guys could do the same, and you guys can see your veins, right? You see your veins coming through your skin, right? And they look kind of bluish, they look kind of green, and the reason why they look that color is because there's not a lot of oxygen in that blood. So it loses its pretty bright red color, okay? So when we're looking down and we know that the veins, the blood that's flowing through the veins that's very close to our skin, the color is not red. And it's because it's going back to our heart to get replenished with oxygen, okay? So that is a difference in the colors of our blood. So red, we have a lot of oxygen in our blood, right? Okay, this bluish greenish color, it's because it's not as much oxygen, right? So our body has used up all the oxygen and nutrients in your blood, and it has to go back to our heart so it could regain all that oxygen and feed it back to us, okay? So that is your circulatory system. That is your heart. That is your blood, okay? So those are the important things from this chapter, okay? So tomorrow, you guys will be taking your test on this chapter. It will be open book, okay? The one thing that I would like for you guys to do is in the packets that were given to you guys when I issued your health books, you guys also got a packet. Inside that packet, page 1 and page 3. I want you guys to take those out of your packet and I want you guys to complete them. So page 1 is going to be this one, and it's just a little worksheet that you guys could color, and it has all the parts of your heart. Okay, so once you've colored them, the color that it tells you, you're going to be able to see the 4 chambers. You're going to be able to see the valves, the arteries where the blood comes in and where the blood flows out. Okay, the other one that you guys are going to be completing is, I'm sorry, not page 3, but page 5. And so this is worksheet number 3. It looks like this, okay? And all you guys are doing is go back in your book and you guys are learning a little bit more about how the blood flows from our heart to our lungs and back to our heart, okay? And you guys are just going to fill in. There's 9 little blanks and you guys are going to fill in with the correct words that describe the flow of blood from the heart to the lungs to the lungs to the heart, okay? So that is your review for chapter 1, and we will be back next week and we will start talking about chapter 2. And with that, have an awesome day, you guys. Happy studying, and I will see you soon. Bye.